Hello everybody, my name is Yusuf and welcome back to another video. Today is a tutorial on how to draw my character X. So if you don't know who X is, it's just a random character that I drew because I was bored. And this is a tutorial on how to draw him. So first things first, you need, and also wait, before you start, if this UI system looks familiar, well, this is because this is actually the animation app flipaclip, which I know it's an animation app, but I use it to make like my drawings. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first things first, we need to make sure your brush size is 7. Then we're gonna take the ruler, and then it doesn't matter wherever this thing is supposed to be, just make the line. And I'm gonna make the line right here. Alright, and now we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna do this right here, do that, and now look at that. Alright, next thing what we're gonna do is gonna make the X like this. And then we're gonna fill this in just like that. Color it in. And then now we're done that, we're gonna go to our brush, and then we are going to select the pencil. And then yeah, the size is 20. Make sure it's 20 so yeah, you can draw something like this. And then you draw like that. So like we're basically making this crown, his crown, gray because it's cool. Yeah, I don't know. And we're gonna do that. Make this. Now we have this. There we go. Now his crown is gray. It looks very bad, but honestly, I kind of like it. So now we're gonna pick back on our brush or pen. Then we're going to select the circle. We're gonna do this. We're gonna stretch it up a little bit. Make sure it's a little bit wider. We're gonna draw this circle, which, yeah, I think it looks pretty decent. I think it's nice. It's a little thing right there. I don't like that, but whatever. Alright, now we're gonna draw the eye. So we're gonna take the ruler again, and actually no, we don't need to take the ruler again. So this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually draw his eye, his singular eye. And that singular eye. I kind of mess up on the eye every single time, but honestly, I can't blame myself. I really like my own drawing. No, I'm so bad at the eye every single time. Oh my gosh. Like that, and then like that. No, it looks kind of bad. So we're okay. If that doesn't work, then we're gonna try the mirror method. But honestly, I don't use mirror because I don't know. So we're gonna do this. Oh gosh, this is gonna take me a while. So yeah, you know what it is. You can make the eye. Alright, now I finally finished that. We're gonna take this, we're gonna put it like that, and then like that. Honestly, should have made this top part right here a little bit more down. So I'm gonna do that in a second. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna put this, make it down, and then another one do like that. Then we're gonna fill this in just like the X up there on this crown, and then do colors in. There we go. All right. now that that is done, I'm gonna make this a little bit more wider because it's not wide enough. Alright, now that that is done, we're going to fill his thing in. So we're gonna select this to be 37. I don't know what not specifically 37, maybe not. That's a little bit too much. So 28. Also a little bit too much. To 21. I'm gonna do this, color it in. Like that. I'm gonna fill the rest in, so bear with me. Oh gosh. Okay, after you filled it, like his head in, we're gonna take our brush and then we're gonna select the airbrush. We're gonna make this a dark red, like that. We're gonna select it to our colors and like this. Now we have this, and we're gonna make sure that the opacity of the dark red is a little bit lower, and then select that. I think it's a bit too big. What size is it on? Oh gosh, let me just scale that down. I don't know why it's that big, but alright, not my problem. Gonna color the rest in. Oh god, why am I so bad at drawing my own character? I'd probably because I added a lot of stuff. I think that's why. Okay. It's kind of all over the place, but you know what? I think it's pretty good, honestly. And it honestly looks like, it's just kind of glowing out of there, which is honestly pretty cool. We're gonna do the rest over here. Like that. And would you look at that? His eye is red. Now we're gonna select our brush again. We're gonna make the pen again. You can take the pen. We're gonna now make it red. I said red. Why is it not redding? That's probably because on the other side. Like this. Nope. Okay, I'll just do it manually again. Do that. And I'll take the size again. Make it. We're gonna do 1 this time. And then look at this. We make the bloodshot eyes. And isn't that cool? Isn't that dandy? Now make the rest of the bloodshot eyes, which honestly I really enjoy. Just doing that because it's cool and terrifying. And would you look at that? It's bloodshot, which is amazing, and I like it. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is selecting our brush again, going back to the pen. Oh, we already are in the pen. I'm stupid. Do that. And then we're gonna do on the 7. Have 7 again. Okay. Now this is gonna be cool. So we're gonna make the neck and the shoulders. Okay. That honestly looks pretty bad, but you know what? I don't care. We're gonna increase the brush size again. We're gonna be 24. Do this. And then like that. Oh, isn't that cool? Alright, now we're gonna select the brush again. I don't know how many times we'll have to do it again. Now it's going to be this sketch. It's going to be a dark red, like that. And then look at this. Boom! Isn't that cool? The X is kind of small, probably because I made the shoulders too close to each other. But honestly, I like it. So I'll, you know, fine. I'll make it a little bit like this. Boom. All right. I'm gonna scale it down to back to 7, and then or 6. And then I'm gonna do this on his face. And as well as over here on his shoulders and his body. Now isn't that cool, huh? Isn't that cool? Okay, now next thing is we're gonna make his hands. And the hands are probably like the coolest one to me because this is what we do. We take the pen again. It's 7 again, I'm assuming. No, it's not. And then 7, and then his hands are just gonna be reaching out upwards. Like his hands gonna be reaching out upwards. He has very pointy hands. Actually, I don't think he should look like that. So like this. And then, no, why am I so bad? Like, genuinely. I'm not this bad at drawing before. Hold on, I'm gonna cut it. Okay, I finally made a good hand, which still looks bad, but whatever, we're gonna go with it anyways. So we're gonna increase the brush size by 15. I'm gonna do this. And make that. Oh gosh. And now we're gonna continue filling this in. So I'm gonna cut it for a second. Okay, I filled the hand in. Now we're going to take the sketch. Gonna make it the red. Okay, now the red works. And then we're gonna just, you know, color it in like the same. Like, we're gonna make his hands very bloody. Very bloody hands. Like that. Look at his bloody hand. That is amazing. Alright, so if you've been seeing my posts, you know that this is basically the character that I use to do like this stuff. You probably know. But I always forget to draw the arrow in his head. However, I am not going to be just showing how to do it. So I'm just gonna cut it instead because it takes way too much time. Okay, I made one part of the arrow over here. Now I'm gonna do the other part over here, and this time I'm actually gonna show. So pen, we're gonna make it brown. Have it brown. I already have it saved. No, that's the wrong thing. I have it there. And we're gonna take the ruler, and the size is 22. We're gonna do that, and then this. Alright, and then we're gonna Like, do that. Alright. Fill this in. Filling it in. Alright, do that. You can have it black. Yes. Alright. Oh, ruler. Now fill that, and then do this, and then we're gonna like make the brush size a little bit small so that we can just kind of do this, make it look clean, nice and clean, which honestly kind of messes up the thing, but you know what, it's cool. It's also a very big arrow, I just realized, but you know what, we're gonna go with it anyway because I'm very lazy. Alright, now the last and final touch we're gonna do. X does have a tail, but you can, and I'm not gonna say, the tip of his tail is black and the rest is like very long and small and it is red. So if you want, you can do that. But the last final touch we're going to do is taking the airbrush. We're going to make it gray, increase its size by a lot. Alright, for the final touch, and then we're gonna do this. Isn't that cool? Whoop, 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 whoop. Boom, boom. Alright, now that is honestly very cool. We're gonna just copy this on the next frame and just paste it. And now would you look at that? Isn't that amazing? Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye!